Hello everybody and welcome to Yahya Sulaiman YouTube English channel. Today we will talk about capitalization part 4. Abbreviations. An abbreviation is the shortened form of a word or phrase. Generally, abbreviations are capitalized if the words they stand for are capitalized. Personal names. We abbreviate given names only if the person is most commonly known by the abbreviated form of the name. And here we capitalize the initials. For example, like T.S. Eliot or D.H. Lawrence. We abbreviate and capitalize social titles whether used before the full name or before the last name alone, like Dr. Badawi, Mrs. Sulaiman. You may abbreviate civil and military titles used before full names or before initials and last names. Professor I.B. Harrow or Senator Joseph Biden. Spell them out before last names alone. Senator Biden, Professor Mustafa. Capitalize the title whether or not it is abbreviated. General George Patton or General Patton. Abbreviate and capitalize titles and academic degrees that follow proper names, like Muhammad Mustafa, PhD. Agencies and organizations. An acronym is a word formed from the first few letters of a series of words. Acronyms are usually capitalized and written without periods. After spelling out the first use of the names of agencies, organizations, and other things commonly known by their acronyms, abbreviate these names. Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC. Abbreviations and acronyms are shortened forms of words or phrases. An abbreviation is typically a shortened form of words used to represent the whole, such as doctor or professor. An acronym contains a set of initial letters from a phrase that usually form another word, such as radar or scuba. Geographical terms. In regular text, spell out names of states and other political units whether they stand alone or follow other geographical terms. Abbreviate them in tables, notes, and bibliographies. Generally, you should use the same capitalization rules for the abbreviations as you use for the full words. For example, in a text you find on their tour of the United Kingdom, they visited Belfast, the capital of Northern Ireland. Or in a table you find Liverpool, UK. Abbreviate the two most frequently used era designations, AD and BC. The abbreviation AD stands for the Latin phrase Anno Domini, meaning in the year of the Lord. It's used with dates in the Christian era. When used with a specific year, AD precedes the number. Here it comes before the number. The Middle Ages began in Britain in AD 1066. When used with the name of a century, it follows the name. The 15th century AD saw the beginnings of the Renaissance in England. The abbreviation BC, which stands before Christ, it is used for the dates before the Christian era. It follows either a specific year number or the name of a century. The Roman poet Virgil was born in 70 BC. In regular text, spell out the names of months and days, whether they appear alone or in dates. For example, in a text you find the assignment is due on Thursday, March 14. This is a full form. Both types of names may be abbreviated in tables, notes, and bibliographies. For example, in a note you find Thursday and March are in abbreviated forms. Abbreviate the designations for the two halves of the day measured by clock time. AM stands for the Latin phrase antemeridian, meaning before noon. PM stands for post-meridian, meaning afternoon. Both abbreviations follow the numerical designating the specific time. For example, the alarm goes off at 9 a.m. By 5:30 p.m., Celine has completed most of her work for the day. Units of measurements. In regular text, spell out the names of units of measurements, whether they stand alone or follow spelled out number or a numeral. For example, in a text, you find the area measured 10 feet by 12. Here, the measurement is written in full form. Such names may be abbreviated in tables, notes, when they follow a numeral. For example, in a table you find 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of oil. Most abbreviations for units of measurements are not capitalized. As we notice here, F for Fahrenheit is capitalized, whereas teaspoon is not capitalized. Now we stop for a while to check understanding. Here are the answers. Thank you everyone. Don't forget to subscribe to Yahya Sulaiman YouTube English channel. Share the video with all your colleagues. Visit yahyasulaiman.com for more practice and exercises.